Tucked away inside your nearest Sega Dreamcast, set up in the console's random access memory, there's a bar, a safe haven for guests and information to roam in, share a bit of their time, and go about their way. Welcome to Ram on the Rocks. I do apologize for missing last month's episode. Ran into some technical difficulties right before heading out to PAX, but I think 17 episodes in without missing a month is a decent enough track record, so I think we're okay. But today I am very excited to bring on a very special guest. Would you mind introducing yourself?
It's it's KBash from YouTube. I'm digital this time in the lore, so I can't actually hurt you.
Well, that sounds like you're not trying hard enough.
That's right. Like, my psychic damage pulse does good damage, but it has to break through the physical realm first. Now we're just making shit up.
Yeah, so KBash, you've been in like the content creation scene for a good while now. I'm gonna be super honest, I actually don't fully remember like how I ran into your content. I just remember that I've been watching for a good minute.
Good chance it was me being uncharitable about an old video game like 6 years ago. And because I've changed so much since the early days. Holy. That is really it. Yeah, no, sorry, go on, please.
I was gonna say, like, I think one of the cool marks of quality about, like, just kind of going through your channel is, one, you've obviously covered a lot of stuff that I am personally interested in and care about. The Xeno series of games I can only imagine, like, the mental toll that shit took on you going through all that.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, seriously, okay, the way the show has been handled for years was so stupid, where, like, I had to, like, do work in the day, right? Video work, etc. And I worked every day. And then it's like, now it's nighttime, so we're going to record because we have no choice, because my show is formatted such that I have to review whole series. And, you know, the end result of that is terrible, right? Where you know, if I'm ramrodding stuff out, a bunch of stuff doesn't get the time and attention it really deserves. So there's a bunch of just like kind of stuff that I'm not as, you know, keen about nowadays as I might be with my more modern stuff, but that stuff is so luxurious now where it's like, I'm just going to spend so much time, you know,
yeah.
I don't know. So I have a lot more fun now. And back then it was mostly just like fighting to survive because the algorithm is not, most people don't live here, you know, most people just drop dead and I don't blame them.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that I'm slowly like trying to grapple with is I feel like there's some part of me that needs to just kind of accept that this is never going to be a full-time gig for me. And
I don't want to get into logistics, but like it's possible it happens to some people.
Yeah.
But it also could be other, like I've seen what your channel can do. You have viral potential. Like it is not, I don't think it's like a mark of against your quality. I think it's that you like hit on an audience that was really interested and kind of starved for information. You know, so the Digimon stuff does really well. I've had fans literally leave my show because I didn't talk about Digimon anymore.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Like, not very few, but some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've been kind of worried about because I'm just like, there's only so many Digimon games to cover.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing, right? In your case, your show is a bit younger, I think. Maybe not younger per se. It's like still like...
At least within the way it exists now.
Right. But like, I don't know. I have watched your show, so I understand that you do have like a clear intent and vision, which some people kind of lack. So I think you're like more coming into who you want to be on the platform anyway. Unless you're already fully there, which is totally cool. Well, but the thing is, like, when you get to covering like anything, and like moving from a niche, it is very challenging, and it does rely on you, like, you know, people like knowing you and trusting you. It is challenging.
Yeah. Well, that's I guess kind of why I'm hoping, if nothing else, because there's definitely been series that I sort of abandoned.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I was covering. I was like when I first really got started was with doing superhero games like Spider-Man and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been some fun.
I don't much care for those old, kind of like what you were saying. I don't really care for those old videos at this point.
That happens.
And I tried getting back into the swing of it with that by reviewing like Arkham Asylum, and I was excited because I was just like, oh, I'm tackling it from like a perspective I haven't personally seen, and I'm trying to like look at the graphic novel it was kind of loosely inspired by, and kind of like making some pointed comparisons to that. And then that video was probably one of the hardest tanks I've ever had, and I was just like, you know what, I don't think I have a whole lot more to bring to the table with the other Arkham games, because I frankly just don't find them as interesting as that first one. I think I'm just pulling out of this.
It is really that challenging, right? And you're always caught, because like if you're in the creator side of things, there will be people telling you like, what do you mean? Like, I was really hoping you would do the next one. And it's like, I literally cannot waste this amount of time. Like, I am a flickering candle right now. I have to keep the flames stoked, man. Either monetarily or passion-wise. Oh, it's so brutal.
And that's especially when it starts getting into, like, I was sharing with you, is like, once I do hit a certain milestone with the Digimon stuff, I want to try to take a crack at the Xeno series myself.
Yeah.
And it's just like the part of my thinking is I'm just like, okay, so I need to think longevity-wise. Like, what can I do that keeps people engaged post-Digimon? And I feel like there's a certain crossover or like carryover with like long-form RPGs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But no, sorry, I don't mean to cut you up, but like the digital side of the aesthetic is great. Like that to me, that's like such a brilliant pivot. Especially in Xenosaga, because it's like, oh shit, that's like the perfect what do you even call that? There's that like early aughts kind of like internet tuned in aesthetic where I don't even know. There's a word for it. Webcore? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I'm not yeah. So I think that's a great choice. And Xeno, again, like very much wants people to make long form videos of it, because like there's so much.
Yeah.
Just to even churn through, and that's like just the main stuff. And now we're getting, if I'm not mistaken, the one phone game, whatever, just got English translated. If I'm not mistaken, like you can find a ROM of it. Anyway.
Yeah, so that one's an interesting case. The Pied Piper, which is it was like exclusive to Japanese mobile phones. It's a prequel to the core Xenosaga storyline.
Yeah.
They actually like name drop a character from Pied Piper in the DLC for Xenoblade 3. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The web. But it's so that one that is getting an official port to PC, which is cool. There's it's either a company or a format that they use called Gmode.
Okay.
And that is how that's getting released. Unfortunately, without any sort of official English support.
Okay.
Though last year, the original mobile version of the game was actually like finally archived. I think that they said just due to the way that they prefer to keep things, because it's going to be commercially available, they're going to be taking it down from their own archive, but they are going to be continue working on their like fan English translation, and then essentially just moving that over to the Steam and the Steam version that we'll be getting.
Right. Oh, so that's a great pivot to whatever, another like strain or strand of material you could cover. Though, since you're doing monsters, one wonders if you would additionally do SMT to like really just blow up your entire mental health, all of it.
I'm not smart enough for the mechanics of SMT.
Okay, fair enough.
That's always been the rough part with this, is that I'm not a clever man, and some of the content that I'm trying to get into now, the mechanics of it elude me.
Oh, fair. Not to mention, like, let's Xeno, like, crack open your philosophy book Gonna have to learn some Gnosticism. Children on the internet really like talking about Gnosticism. Let me tell you. Like,
Yeah.
all right. Do you know much about that? No, I don't need to get into this. For some reason, it's like this like recurring theme in like games analysis spaces, all the way from Dragon Quest VII to Xenogears, because it's like a Japanese developer like looked through Western like mythical stuff, like esoteric stuff, and came up with like found Gnosticism and found it interesting, and then they're like, this is like brilliant because it's like Gnosticism, and it's like that doesn't immediately make it worthy material, but please. Well, anyway, whatever. It's like I clapped because I saw that type of shit. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's like I feel like that stuff is kind of worth getting into because it's like you seem to be a more like well-read man than I am.
A little, slightly, not very much. I pretend.
But before I get into Xeno, because like I'm gonna be super honest, I still got a lot of Digimon to cover. It's probably gonna be like 3 years before I can dip into that nonsense.
That's awesome.
But
let's go.
I want to like actually pick up some books on like the philosophies of like Jungian psychology and Gnosticism and kind of like some of the core things that are being pulled from. I know it.
Yeah.
The games only really go so far with it. And I remember after I beat like the new chapter for Xenoblade X, I was trying to gush to you without like giving too much away about like what it does, but without spoiling, because I doubt at this point you've played through that.
I have not, no.
Yeah, because you would have to just go through Xenoblade X again, all over again,
yeah.
And God, who's got the time?
Not I.
Yeah. But without giving it away, just for listeners and also just for you in case you do get back to it, the new ending that they give to the game, while some people found underwhelming, I personally think all of them are wrong. I think it's some of the best material in the franchise, and I think it's one of the best endings any of the games have had. And
holy moly, what a sell!
That like some of the ideas that they touch on in that, like I hope this isn't giving too much away, but like there was a moment where a character is trying to describe like the threat of something, and she just starts quoting the Book of Revelation, and the whole room goes quiet, and it's like shit like that where it felt like it was more meaningful than what we got at oh my god, it's Jesus the Christ at the end of Xenoblade 3 or Xenosaga, yeah.
Jesus the Christ. Oh.
Yeah, again, sorry, I'm probably dipping too much into that, but it is to say that like the material that was there, that alone inspired me to tackle that whole franchise, and starting with Gears and just being like, why did this stuff genuinely move me?
Right.
Like at the end here, and I've tried to describe to people that it is the cosmic hope on the other side of cosmic horror.
Interesting.
Yeah, I love it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We need some cosmic hope right about now, anyway. Let's go.
Yeah, you're telling me.
The Canadian. Sorry, Jesus. Oh god.
I apologize. I'm being a poor host. I'm taking up a lot of the hot air here.
I really don't mind. I'm just chatting.
Because like I'm sure, like as excited as I get about like this sort of thing, because those are games that really stuck out to me, and they're ones I already care about. I think the mark of a talented and entertaining content creator like yourself is
thank you.
You've also covered a lot of stuff that like I had just never played or thought much of. The Styx video was a really fun one.
I love that one, so yeah. It's been important to me since the beginning. Oh my god, I hope you haven't seen too much of my earliest work, because it is it's Abyss tier. I mean, I'm sure you've seen at least one of them, but anyway, or half of it, part of it. Anyway, from the very beginning, I wanted to do weirdo stuff because I was like, I don't know, like this is 10 years ago almost, like in a few months.
Oh man.
Like I know, seriously, like I have to cover stuff that no one else will talk about, or very few people, which is where you get stuff like, I don't know, Too Human, which is, or whatever the fuck. Actually, a bunch of my stuff isn't even publicly accessible anymore, the earliest. So like, you know, weirdo RPGs, Survival Kids, Digimon World 4 was a great example.
Oh, you did a video on that?
Oh yeah, it's god awful. Genuinely, like, just awful. But the point is, like, back then it was all about like trying to be like edgy fucking normal boots, basically. Like, what if they went there, you know? So,
Yeah.
like, it's just like so much of it is just fucked up. It's extremely funny in retrospect, but I can't be in the room when those videos are on, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I just can't even look at it anymore.
Oh, I know what you mean.
But I was on a tangent about, like, how did I even get on that? Right, oh, sorry, obscure material. Because there was such an incredible amount of concentration regarding things like Nintendo video games. Sony is better about that because, you know, there's enough weirdo second-party stuff that, like, third-party, like PS2, endless games if you really want to dig into it. And Xbox is kind of ignored for the OG Xbox, but like, and handheld stuff is kind of rough as well. So I just like wanted to touch stuff that no one else would. And that's carried through to today. I mean, I did fucking Nobunaga's Ambition. Like, I should get a medal just for doing that. I'm just saying.
Well,
how many motherfuckers?
Well, that was like one of the I think one of the lines of yours that always stood out as the funniest to me was when you were describing Tetsuya Takahashi, and you were like, and his ambition overshadows Nobunuga's.
Oh my, wait, what the fuck? I don't even remember that. Holy shit, I've actually made so much stuff I cannot remember it anymore. That's brutal.
I'm pretty sure that was from like your Xenogears one.
That sounds like it. Yes, yeah. That's funny. I wasn't even thinking about playing them back then either. Because that's like 2-3 years ago now that I was starting work on that project.
That's really funny.
Oh, jeez. It does, though. It does outstrip Nobunaga's. I mean, the best thing about the guy in general. I don't know.
I know another, like, one of your videos that it probably just kind of, like, immediately stapled itself as one of my favorites. Again, just kind of, like, touching on something I would not have sought after myself, but I found, like, infectiously easy and interesting to listen to was your video on the Weird West.
Oh, yeah. God, I wish I could make more videos like the Weird West video. That one was so brutal because I remember I specifically got patrons for that video because I mean, let's be real. Whether or not your audience cares about this stuff or not, that's fine. It is explicitly political.
Yeah.
And it's my most explicitly political video I've ever done. But it wasn't just like me trying to get up and fuck around and be like, my thing, right? I wanted to connect a modern phenomenon to a broader history of American culture. And it was highly rewarding. It was impossibly challenging. Literally, I've never been so challenged by a script in my life. Not to mention how tenuous the threads are. Like, to connect them all together is like, I don't know. I really swung for the fences with that one. At the end of the day, it also only pulled like 200,000 views or something. So it's like the internet just told me dead ass, like, you know what? We just want to hear about the like 12th version of East 1, okay? Can we just hear more about, you know what I mean? Like, it was so...
I've definitely had some projects where I was just like extraordinarily passionate about it, and I really wanted so bad. Like, I even had a friend telling me, like, buddy, this Gravity Rush 2 video is a waste of time, and it's only gonna hurt your channel. And I was just like, I don't care, I want to talk about it. And yeah, no, that video did not do well.
Oh, that's so sad. I also want to do Gravity Rush, but have also avoided it because it has been talked about before, and it tends to kind of not do very well for some reason, even though it's like a fascinating game.
Yeah, I know some people kind of make it work, but even then,
yeah,
it's like you look at somebody like Liam Triforce who's covered that. And
yeah.
I don't think it's a very old video. I think it's like a year old, but it pulled like maybe 100,000.
Yeah, rough for him.
Rough for him.
Still good, but like rough for him. So I don't mean to like denigrate that, by the way. Like that's honestly, I wish more people would take risks, and you can understand why they don't.
Yeah.
Especially because like, but the thing is, people often say the algorithm. The insidious part is that I hate to say, Mr. Beast is absolutely correct about it. That the algorithm just means audience.
Yeah.
So when people see your stuff and don't immediately like, my neuron didn't activate, they just won't click, and YouTube is like, oh, your audience that you fostered doesn't give a shit about, and then it tells it to your face, and then it punishes you, and it's like actually so insidious, like what it does functionally.
Yeah.
It stifles creativity by design. I think if you look around the broader landscape of when I was coming up, becoming like viable, there are a lot of guys who stick to like their core stuff. Think like King K or what, and this is not, again, not to be critical of King K because it's not. Just that a lot of their material is focused on Pokemon, focused on Nintendo stuff, etc. Because that's how they made their money. And if they did something that was like, here's an M-rated, like, here, let's do like that one fucking game, Mad World or something.
Yeah.
It would probably do bad for them, and YouTube would tell it to them, you know?
In no uncertain terms, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and no one is coming to save you except yourself in this system. So it's like, yeah, it really sucks. Mind you, I only managed to make it work thanks to like Patreon support and like brute forcing it so bad that I just refused to do like one thing like 3 times in a row. Except in the case of stuff like Xeno, but even those games are different in and among themselves. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah. But so like I really and I did suffer with it for years. That's why I had to work so hard in the middle point. It is really challenging.
Yeah, it's like I would love to branch out a little bit more too, because I know one project I wanted so badly to get it out last year. Like this year, I feel like is I'm trying to keep some Digimon stuff going to partially just kind of keep that ball rolling so that I can move on.
Yeah, for sure.
But also to kind of satiate people while I'm also transitioning out of old stuff. Like I used to do every October I would do a Metroid month. Obviously very inspired by Peanut Butter Gamer's old like Zelda month videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you know, back in the day, you know, my videos were like 15, 20 minutes long max. They were not particularly in-depth, but they also were not as long as the fuck-ass JRPGs I cover now.
Right.
So, you know, I was getting those out like, oh, every week there's a new Metroid video. I can't do that anymore. No, and it hurts. I mean, I don't know if you have carpal tunnel, but I definitely have wrist problems from doing this job. Like, I don't. Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I play also, like, I don't know, like, stuff like, I literally can't record Blaze Blue, for example, the fighting game, because it actually inflames my right hand.
Jesus.
And wrist. It is that bad, and it sucks, because it's like, that's what happens when you force yourself through, like, Kingdom Hearts all, and then sit down and edit every evening. Like, I'm going to cut out every minute click of the tongue in my audio, like a normal person.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Yeah, I don't know. Mind you, like, there are ways around this. Pro fighting game players, for example, have this little, like, wristy band that's, like, stretchy, and you can, like, use it to strengthen your wrist. So I do that. Like, I physically do that to save myself. Yeah, we have fun here.
It's such a fun job.
That's right. I make it sound like sacrifice, but... and it is, but that's true of everything in the world. Like, anything that's worth doing for the most part.
Yeah.
And the payoff is I don't have to have a regular job and can, like, set my own hours technically. Mm-hmm. And, like, I don't have to worry about a doctor's appointment or what. Like, I don't have to tell my boss I need time off. I can just do it. You know?
Yeah, that's like, I am still working, like, full-time, like, manager in a retail position, and I'm just like, there are times when it starts, like, really diminishing what kind of, like, mental or physical energy I have to even work on this stuff.
Right, it is challenging. And I do, that's the thing, I commiserate with the struggle, though I'm very much, like, in a much more privileged position than I used to be now.
Well, you also output a lot more than I do, so it's just like, I feel like it evens out.
Fair enough. I'm grinding. I have to keep it. And it's like, that's the fear. Like, if I ever stop spinning the plates, everyone will leave me.
Yeah.
It's so... Yeah, we're getting existential. We're getting real. All right, this is not happy hour. This is real hour, okay? Gamers. Sorry.
This is where we bring out the strong stuff.
This is the depression session. I have an alcohol bottle that is 500 milliliters right in my hand. That's fucking huge.
I've got the isopropyl ready to go.
What the fuck? Taking it raw.
I guess like I suppose to ask, are there like ever projects? I know that there are for me, projects that like it's smaller, so it doesn't fit in quite with like the long form content that like you mostly put out or that YouTube tends to demand, that you've always just kind of like wanted to do.
This question's actually kind of chill. Sorry, let me rephrase. If there are like short form projects that I would do if I weren't hampered by YouTube's like what I feel like compelled to do.
Yeah, essentially.
Yes, and in fact, there are videos I have not done because they'd be too short.
Oh wow.
Because I mean, I unfortunately am saddled with my Patreon credit scroll, for example, which is like fucking 5 minutes actually. So like,
yeah,
if you put up a video on YouTube that's like 15 minutes and 5 of it is credits, you are actually insane. So like it will explode and die instantaneously, because it'll be like, YouTube says that this shit is hardly watchable. What the fuck? And you could make it the most watchable thing in the world and it would still probably read badly. However, those videos are usually small enough where I don't feel like they need the attention anyway. I'll give you an example of this. There's a game called The Last Blade, fighting game. So in this game, it's not terribly interesting to talk about the story because it's just an arcade fighter, whatever. Like, guy does thing happens, sure. One character's weird, and in the second game, and they change, their ending changes, and they're the only one whose ending changes, if I recall correctly, based on how you kill the enemy. And if you hit them by tippy-tapping them and don't like slaughter them with your sword, they just like fall over and the girl's fine. And if you kill them in a very specific way, like by like rending their bodies in twain or whatever, she goes fucking insane by the end of the game. It becomes like a cold-hearted killer. And this is really interesting for like, you know, narrative that rewards the player's skill. Like, you literally have had to become a mechanical god or master to turn your character into a cold, calculating killer. And that is... My cat just knocked some shit over. That shit is fascinating.
Especially since that's something that's usually reserved for like a bad ending.
Yes. So this is a really cool idea. It would be way too small of a video, and I just don't want to justify playing both games and talking about the mechanics to like make, you know, a 5-minute like story analysis.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, and I do want to talk about The Last Blade, just I don't know if I'll have the juice for it when the time comes. So much stuff like that, little moments, glimmers. Oh well.
Yeah, that's
well,
like...
I just like sucked up time to talk about The Last Blade. Call me a based. Anyway, go on.
No, that's the best. That's the best part, though. That's like the fun part. Like the sort of thing I like digging into with this show. It's like personally like one of my favorite videos I ever worked on. Like I bring it up a lot. I'm sure I've brought it up once or twice on this channel. Was my video on Xeno Notom, which is like a hot air balloon simulator. Have you seen that video?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Cool.
It may have been the first one I've seen of yours. I can't remember.
That's awesome, because like I loved working on that, and that's like one of my favorite videos I've worked on, and I don't know if I can ever make one quite like that again.
Based.
Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like, sorry, if you make stuff long enough, you'll eventually have those, right? Weird West is a great example on my end where I just cannot make that twice. It's not possible.
Yeah.
And fuck it, what else? Oh, Nobunaga's ambition is there will always be a video that's kind of like overly personal that makes people uncomfortable, but never that one again. Like that's like, anyway, don't worry about that one. But yeah, like, and I keep collecting those because I keep trying to like push and do weirder stuff when I get the chance. It's been about 2 years of, that was the thing. For years, I was like hampered because I was working off of polls and it sucked. Like,
Yeah.
like I did a fuck ton of polls and it's like every other video is a poll video, or most of them were. And that's where you get that entire Xeno era and Armored Core and fucking like God of War and like Parasite Eve and KOTOR and just shit I personally had no connection with, and I was just reviewing for the sake of reviewing. And by the time I ran out, I started like doing my own thing and met with much more success, and it was crazy. Like, Jesus.
That's part of the reason why I'm just like I really shouldn't corner myself off from splitting off.
Right.
Like I'm planning on wrapping up Metroid this year. One more Metroid month. We're talking about the pinball game. We're talking about the 3DS spin-off everybody hated at launch. And then we're talking about 4. So yeah, all the bangers to see that one out.
Hell yeah. Fucking, oh, I don't know. Yeah, because that's the thing, right? You can always support old audiences, but no matter what you do, they'll drift away anyway. And YouTube very much incentivizes, like, you know, reaching out to new people if you can help it. Like, if you go digging in your analytics, you will find that probably that the vast majority of your audience is actually like casual subscribers or like new subscribers. Mm-hmm. I like, as much as small YouTubers like to complain about it, the truth is that YouTube is actually pretty good about putting material out there. The problem is a lot of us are not as interesting as we want to be. And believe me, I suffer with this too. It crushes me when like my new video is like just dead.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, people didn't like your intro and we've determined that was enough to kill this. And it's like, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that was like one of them for me was like I did Snatcher earlier this year.
Yes, I remember. So
I remember when I decided I was going to do that, I was just like, this video's not going to do well. I was like...
Yeah. But there's always the chance, right? Because there is a chance. Mm-hmm. But, that is so depressing. That shit should do better.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still, like, I've had videos that did worse.
Yeah.
And I am very proud of that video, but,
yeah,
it was not exactly a slam dunk.
Right.
I'm just hoping that I can win people over with like, when I do Skies of Arcadia, I really want to salvage because I worked really hard at trying to get that one out last year and it didn't happen.
Yeah. And I think that's a great call anyway. Sorry, that particular game, people always talk to me about like play that shit, and I'm like, I will maybe one day. Like I kind of got other stuff going on.
Oh yeah. Hey, have you ever played that one before?
No, I know a good amount about it though, because I have friends who never stop talking about it.
Oh, sure. That's like my thinking with that one. And again, I apologize. I feel like I'm just like going on and on about like my own YouTube shit that much.
That's fine.
Too much.
We are colleagues.
Yeah. I guess my mentality with that one was, one, I just really want to talk about it because I love that game.
Yeah.
But two, it's also is just like I want to try to transition my audience over to me talking about other RPGs.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's also just kind of like some decent crossover with like Digimon fans and then like obscure, like slightly more obscure, but like sort of well-known stuff like, just your Dreamcast shit.
Yeah, no, I agreed for sure. Damn. All right, bro's got the analysis on. Let's go. I do feel bad. Oh no, you should finish your thought. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good. And it's like but I was also thinking of just like I feel like I can offer just a little bit more to it, if only because I think I've slightly started to garner a little bit of a reputation, at least among my audience, for being just covering this stuff in the most fucking insane way possible. Because I do it all on OG hardware. Like, when I did Snatcher, I did that with a physical copy of the game and a Sega CD.
Holy moly. What the fuck?
I try to hunt down a physical copy of all of these games. It's like I showed you the picture of all the fucking Xeno games that I've collected.
That's true, I remember that.
Because I'm going in raw with this stuff, but I'm also not only just doing the Dreamcast version of Skies of Arcadia, I'm also doing the GameCube version of it.
Right.
And so I've already recorded all of the footage of the Dreamcast version.
I see.
And I'm a good chunk into the GameCube one.
Yeah.
I guess another reason I wanted to do that one, the Dreamcast is my favorite piece of machinery, like, ever. I love that console.
Okay.
I have never talked about a Dreamcast game on my channel.
Oh, wait, that's fascinating. Well, I guess it happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you like something a lot, you fear covering it because what if you make it bad and then it's forever?
Yeah, that's like a long time ago when I was still in college. I actually recorded, I think I scripted and recorded the footage and even started recording audio of the Sonic Adventure 1 video. And then I decided it sucked and I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, no. The OG Sonic video. That's so based.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because I've done because at this point I've done like the other Sonic games.
Yeah.
But like for Sonic Adventure 1, I love that game so much that I was just like, I don't want to make a bad video on this.
Damn.
So I'm just not going to.
What if Cyber Shell makes fun of me? I'm just kidding.
What if Cyber Shell comes into my room and calls me a cuck?
What the fuck? Holy. Oh god, that's right. Never mind. I was gonna just riff about nonsense, but it left my brain. Oh, that's awesome.
You know, one topic that I actually was kind of considering would be an interesting one to talk about, especially since we're kind of discussing missed opportunities with stuff or things that, or I guess just kind of things that interest us. There was an interesting discussion. I don't think you're on Twitter anymore.
No.
God bless you. You're better off for it. There was an interesting discussion that happened this past week. Where there's some like live service near game that's reaching end of service.
Yeah.
And there is a fan effort, I think from the States, to put together like a fan-run server, think very Phantasy Star Online, and I guess some update happened on Twitter recently where like the barriers between American and Japanese tweets does not exist anymore.
Oh.
And so now they can communicate with each other?
They're communicating.
It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't even know what to say. Well, I haven't seen it, so I suppose I can't.
So, I guess what it put in my mind was, because there was a lot of back and forth going on, and the one thing I had to kind of remind myself at one point is, it's very possible a lot of what I was seeing and interacting with was maybe the Japanese equivalent of, like, right-wing grifters, just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
they are there.
Oh, sure.
Unfortunately.
But I think the topic of discussion that got me really interested in it was I was gonna kind of ask about your I guess where do we draw the line between preservation and infringing on creative intent?
Oh, that's a really big question.
It is, right?
I actually don't know. I haven't really, as much as I've engaged with weird material and whatever, I have not engaged very much with the concept of preservation meaningfully.
Yeah.
Except that I have obviously been a fan of emulation for a very long time, but only because like it was literally necessary for me to even like acquire half the shit I needed. There was literally never going to be a future where I didn't emulate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a show if I didn't. Like that, it is that bad because some shit is so expensive and or whatever, and like bills, and I could go on, but I'm not going to. But as for preservation, I don't know. What is the factor here that is bad? Like, what is there a context to the conversation that I've missed?
So,
like, was it people like being like fucking entitled about their media or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah. Like there were a lot of people that were talking about like, you know, if so I kept seeing this really interesting, but I personally think very flawed analogy. And again. Okay. You gotta. It's worth remembering that it's probably just a certain subsect of like Japanese people, like kind of chiming in about this.
Right.
They don't speak for the entire like continent, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's an analogy that kept coming up where they were saying like the creative work is like a child to the creator, and when its life ends, like nothing exists in permanence, and so when it's over, and you know people are not entitled to always be able to get that back.
Right.
And it's disrespectful. I saw some people that were just being like, yeah, and like trying to download a ROM of like a game that isn't commercially available anymore is the equivalent of digging up and violating the body of this dead child.
Oh god. What? That sounds like a Twitter conversation, all right. Holy moly.
It got wild.
Yeah, because like I feel like the more chill approach is that it really doesn't hurt anybody if you emulate the fucking thing if it's dead. Please unclutch your pearls.
Yeah.
Lightly. Second, because it really, the question is again, who is being harmed here? Like, is the creator like actually like they fucking playing my game and it's dead? Put its spirit back. Like, what the fuck? No, that guy's an adult with a job who's fucking doing his goddamn job and making his money for his like family or what. He doesn't give a shit about that, you know? Like, oh my god. Sorry, fandom spaces are like stuffed very frequently with very interesting people with very interesting priorities. Sometimes who do not like seem to, what is the word, like be in touch with the mortal realm that we embody. I don't know, because like to me it's not even an issue. Like if someone's gonna go play with a toy, that's fine.
Yeah.
Or whatever, unless the creator's like actually gonna get upset about it, which I sincerely doubt. At the same time, it also doesn't really bother me very much if a piece of media or an experience is only fleeting. And I understand that is like contrary to preservation's sake or whatever, but I also don't like have a hoarding mentality in really any way. If one live service thing vanishes, it is not really any skin off my nose. So I don't know. It's hard to like really muster like a care about it. That's all.
And I feel, I'm sorry for throwing such a big question at you too, because I feel like it opens up so many different avenues of discussion.
Yeah. I wish more people were just like fucking normal about it. Like, you know, they can have differing opinions and it doesn't have to be like, you're fucking a corpse. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? Jesus.
Yeah, it got intense in some of those. I didn't have anything like that directed at me.
Right.
I think I had like one or two. Because, like, I think the tweet that I said was I was just like, I feel like, and it was more strongly worded than it needed to be, but I also didn't expect it to get seen quite as much.
Right.
But I was just like, I feel like the company has, like, a responsibility to the works that they curate, and if they just, like, stop making something available, then I don't have to respect them for it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and that's totally valid, right? I mean, especially if you bought into their product, and then product just vanishes, it's like, that's kind of fucked up. What are you talking about? I mean, I don't even know the game or the context, so, again, speaking generally here, just...
Yeah.
I know, but everyone has to get all snarly, and it's like, just chill the fuck out, like, for 5 seconds, I swear. I must live on another planet as, like, half the people who, like, use that site and get, like, into discourse. But then, you know, you and I, like, wake up and, like, work and then have a bill to pay and, like, have to make dinner or worry about it. And shit, it's like, I don't care. Like, what the fuck? Oh, God.
Yeah. I think one of the funniest things that happened during that discourse, too, was, like, the first day or two, and I should stress that I actually did get into like some decent back and forth with some people that, you know, I don't think we were quite on the same page by the end of the conversation, but we remained respectful to each other and kind of thanked each other for, like, you know, having a good civil discussion about it.
Nice.
Can't always count on that.
No.
But there were a lot more people that got, like, super heated into it.
Yeah.
And then, and a lot of it was just like, oh, these Americans are just filthy thieves and pirates, and they don't actually care about this stuff, and
thieves and pirates.
Yeah, and
oh, God help me.
And then, like, the next day or two later, I think some of the more, like, level-headed people over there started getting involved in the conversation, and they were just like, hey, yeah, a bunch of these people in this comment thread trying to represent the entirety of Japan are giant hypocrites because most of otaku culture came from piracy.
Yeah, well, jeez. They're brigands and goons. They're fucking highwaymen, bro. Like,
it got so crazy, dude.
It's so absurd. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry, that website, genuinely my mental health improved when I was not there anymore. It just, because I would always be tuned in. It's so hard to look away.
Yeah.
I am genuinely addicted to posting. Like, I literally have stopped. Like, there have been 2 periods this year where I just, like, have fully, like, not looked at it for, like, weeks or a month or 2. And that's only this year that I'm recovering in that way. And I just feel better, I'm not gonna lie.
That's like, I could learn from that because unfortunately I am very, like, I don't know, I turn to social media on a whim very quickly, and I feel like that's just not good.
Right, because it's easy access, there's instant connection, or it's like an approximation of connection.
Yeah.
The real issue, though, is that stuff does, like, as much as you want it to be community, is not effectively community. And that's the worst part. Like, when I'm not on Twitter anymore, and I have not noticed a dip in viewership from not selling my own stuff anymore via that platform. And that's insane. Like, literally last year was my best year ever, and I wasn't on Twitter for it. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
That's,
I mean, mind you, YouTube is a different audience in general, because, like, the people who are over there don't, like, they want to be, like, liking stuff or getting likes, and they don't want to click off to watch your 2-hour video, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's like the main distinction. And maybe I'm privileged in the sense that because my material is long, I don't need to use a platform to sell it necessarily. And mind you, yeah, we still do hits and misses, but I'm still, like, pretty good for, I'm sitting pretty. Let's just say that.
Yeah, like, if you're comfortable, like, in your space that you've created, that's nothing but a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not to, like, make a crusade against that website. That's, you know, I don't really care either way. People can use it as they wish.
That's my thing, is I'm just like, I recognize a lot of the problems with it. Unfortunately, I just don't fully buy that it's, like, that much worse than any other social media platform. That's
the thing. I actually agree with you. Quite a lot of people from that site went on to Blue Sky instead, but a lot of them are still Twitter posters, so they're still fucking assholes. Like, I hate to say it, there are plenty of those people. Yeah. Who, like, get turned up and overwhelmed about literally anything and, like, start gnashing and fucking grinding their teeth and biting your head off, and it's like, good gravy. Like, I just stopped posting, and it made it, you know, and they went away.
Well, that was like I had to learn to just stop engaging with everything after a bit, because, like, it's so tempting to do that.
Yes. I used to just like people's posts when they said asshole shit to me, and then just not like, or mute them, or just not engage them.
Yeah.
To be a fucking douche.
I love that. Yeah, I used to worry way more about that sort of thing, but it's just like, I got into internet culture and like social media and stuff a little bit late. And so there was kind of a learning process. I mean, that with, like, a lot of stuff. Grew up in a very, very sheltered, very religious household, and, like, a lot of that stuff just didn't carry over with me after a certain number of years, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many such cases.
Many such cases.
Well, not me, but I've heard enough stories. Anyway, fucking...
I think...
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just at a crossroads. I don't even know what to say.
Oh, no, you're good. I apologize. I really should have come into this a lot more better prepared. I'll learn how to podcast one day.
You're fine. We're allowed to chat.
Yeah. One other question I thought might be fun. Because I feel like the whole thing with preservation and everything, like maybe that's more of a that's a broader discussion. You get like a group of people together with time to actually prep for it, sort of thing.
True.
I guess because I really enjoy just kind of like chatting with you about like what it's like working in this space and everything, just kind of peer to peer.
Oh yeah.
One thing that I try to grapple with from time to time is, okay, if we're talking about stuff that we've been maybe not nervous, but hesitant to work on. For me, one thing has always been like, oh, somebody's already done a video about this, and I really like that video, and I don't feel like I can do better than that.
Yeah, I still struggle with that to this day. I mean, oh Jesus. God, it is the worst pain because, like, no matter what, there are literally games I'm just not going to cover because my ego cannot take having, like, something that I believe is good paired up next to something that just, like, obliterates it out of the water, which, there are a couple examples of that. But then at the same time, I've also taken those risks. MGS3, I recently did. And regardless of if anyone, like, has seen it or dislikes it or likes it, I like what that video is, and I believe I had new things to say about the game that, or at least that I had not heard previously. So I did put it out there, but only because I was sure I had like a case to make or something, you know. Yeah.
That's like I loved that Snake Eater video, by the way. I thought that was great.
Thank you.
Every once in a while, I'm just if I'm thinking something goofy, I'll just think to myself, is that Fujik?
Real.
Metal Gear is actually, that's a good point, though, because it's like, I will likely never tackle Metal Gear. It doesn't really fit in with the sort of stuff I do anyway.
Oh, sure. Except Metal Gear 2, unless you don't know about that yet. Find out next time. Don't worry about it.
I would love to maybe share my thoughts on like Metal Gear Solid 2 or Revengeance or something, but I'm also just like, I could probably just stream those and just kind of like effectively do the same thing.
Yeah.
But like, I dare not ever try to tackle Metal Gear Solid 4. I can't beat the Steak Bentley video. I cannot.
Oh yeah. No, I totally I totally feel you on that. I've often wanted to make like a video that was as resounding and lasting as that. I don't think I ever have to this day made something that's like the comfort watch for like a fuck ton of people.
Yeah.
One day I will. And that'll be the day. Mind you, I guess Radiata did quite well. So I can't complain too much. I like that one.
It's funny.
It's not really the comfort watch.
No, I like that video a lot. It's funny because I actually do put on the Xenogears video you did at night sometimes because I'm just like, yeah, I know this one. I can go to sleep to this. Radiata Stories was always super interesting to me. So that one, I remember watching your video on that one and just thinking to myself, this is Digimon World. Yeah,
I mean, like, it kind of...
Because it's got somebody that worked on that, right?
Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, God, I didn't even make the full connection. That's true.
I don't know if they ever thought that much about it, but I was just like, oh, you're going around solving problems for certain people and like kind of developing the town and widening this roster of allies the entire way. This is Digimon World. I thought the same thing while playing Pokopia earlier this year, actually. But
okay, we have to keep inventing Digimon. Well, honestly, it's a good game, so
I think that one might still be my favorite Digimon game.
Yeah, I wanted to play it. I meant 2 years ago. I'm probably never gonna do a video on it, but you know, it's because it's just really unique. We need more. That's the thing. I keep searching for higher highs for like increasingly fucked up games. This is like secret tech, but I've been currently playing like a shmup that's actually a fighting game. It's kind of like a shoot 'em up bullet hell hybrid fighting game. And there's 2 of them in the whole world that I could find that actually fit the exact specifics I'm looking for. Like 2 different series, and they're quite small.
Huh.
And it's like, this is like, that's the thing. I need to find the more or most obscene shit I can find, like Steambot Chronicles, for example.
Yeah.
Because like the more you get into weirdo mechanics, the more you hunger for it, and then you just can't find it because everything is kind of like basically normal. I don't know.
Oh, one video that I always wanted to talk about because I thought it was unique, but wasn't sure if or when I would ever tackle it. I'm just kind of like, oh, well, somebody else has done that now. I think I'm satisfied with that. That is Pandora's Tower.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, but you could beat me to beat it by like doing a really long one.
Oh, maybe.
And then be like, this is the complete take on Pandora's Tower, and then like actually like fully like talk about every tower in painstaking detail, talk about the lore of the monsters and all the in-game lore that I didn't talk about.
I still think that might be a job for somebody else.
Yeah, it's and the game is very underserved in terms of commentary. That's like, I basically identified a weakness and then took advantage of it. The game was fun though. And also like highly quirked up, so I was, having a really good time. Oh man,
it's a neat one. Yeah. But it's just like I don't know. I like the way that you tied it up with just without giving away the video. I do recommend watching it.
I like that one too.
Yeah,
that one's real. That one's some real shit. Jesus.
I think how it handles its endings and everything is actually really interesting. If not entirely player friendly, it's just like it just feels appropriate.
Yes. That's the thing. That's what I like about the game. In particular, specifically that like, I don't know, life is genuinely like very, very challenging for most people. Relationships are very, very challenging for most people. There's a reason those stats for divorce exist, even if they're like kind of skewed. Based on poorly collated data.
Yeah.
But yeah, like seriously. And sorry, that's not to say Pandora's Tower ends with divorce, guys. Don't worry. I'm just saying, like, in case you haven't seen it or played it. I just mean that it expects a little bit more from you.
Yeah. And I do like that a lot, and I like the way that you portrayed it there as well. Oh man, I'm trying to think of like other videos that I'm just like, yeah, I'll probably like maybe at one point wanted to do, but don't know if I'll get around to. Mach and X is one of those actually.
Yeah, someone did do that, didn't they? Yes, they did. Yeah, that game looked really cool to me as well, and I really have no interest in covering it, but I also wanted to cover a different game from that series anyway.
Yeah.
The Devil Summoner ones.
I guess there is a correlation with that, yeah.
Yeah. But only because, like, I like those weird games where Devil Summoner, is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, it is, yeah. You summon up guys and fight them in action combat.
Well, there was, like, because I enjoyed playing Mach and X, and that'll probably be one that I stream at some point.
Yeah.
The very concept of the first-person hack and slash is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy what it does with it. If anything, I think like a really good mantle holder for that one was like Red Steel.
Yes. Man, Red Steel. I actually meant to cover Red Steel, and there was a thumbnail for it even.
Oh dang.
And I had recorded half of it, and then I just didn't ever do it because I thought it would tank. I think like Mini-Me on YouTube did it to some success.
Yeah. Well, as like I messaged him after he did the video, and I was like, "Have you ever heard Mach and X?"
You check this shit out, bro.
Yeah. I was like, "You're not gonna fucking believe this."
Oh man. No, I don't know. But at some point, no matter what, you will like run into stuff that people have talked about. So you end up having no choice but to like butt up against other people. And at that point, you just hope either your fidelity or your like presentation or your ideas are enough to carry, or charisma. Because, and even then, it doesn't matter. That much. There, for example, Warcraft 3 suffers from an absolute fucking like, I don't even torrent of videos that are explicitly like, and now I'm going to explain point A to B to C, every single plot point, etc. And not talk about like the play relationship or mechanics of these things. I'm just going to explain the story for like 4 hours. And it's like, there's like at least 3 videos like that. And they're all really, really good. Like in terms of, sorry, they did very, very well. Mm-hmm. Mine did not even approach that. But what I wanted to do, I felt satisfied by regardless. So it's like, I don't know. At some point, you got to just do it if you really want to do it.
And that's the thing too, is like, it sucks that you have to strategize around it sometimes. But if you can find, sorry,
no, go on. Just agreeing.
Yeah. It's like, but if you can find those ways to just sort of like justify, one for you, one for me. Snatcher.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Snatcher was a one for me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. I haven't done like one for you for a hot minute. Holy shit. So I'm looking, like all the projects I've done recently have all been like shit I really wanted to do, except Valkyria Chronicles was hell to do, not because I didn't want to do it, but because it had been sitting on my drive for 1.5 years.
Oh yeah.
I was just burnt out by that point. I did not care. The video did great. I was very tuned in for the first part. Like I thought the first segment was like really good. I can't speak for the rest of it because I can't remember it. Anyway,
full disclosure, I don't know if I've checked that one out yet.
Right, and I wouldn't blame you either. It's fucking long. Holy shit.
It is kind of interesting how everything's kind of moved on, though, to just being like, hey, the longest form stuff you can make for this stuff.
Yes, mostly coinciding with the algorithm and like, sorry, what audience whims are, and like, there's a better word for this. I don't know. I mean, YouTube incentivizes it as well. Like, there is actually an algorithmical side of things where it's like, watch time was counted as much more important than like your click-through rate, for example. So it's like, oh, you have a high watch time. We're gonna keep pushing you. I don't think that's past, like, sorry, I think that's like a bit past its prime now. I don't know what they've done specifically. I don't know if it matters.
It's always hard to gauge. I can never tell.
Yeah.
Because I remember,
and that's part of why I just like do like while flip-flop back and forth between long and short, because it's like honestly both of these work. So like I'll just I'll try to hit a good one.
Yeah. I remember like when I had Kedekers on here and I were kind of talking a little bit about this too. I like the way that he put it, where we were kind of having a discussion of just like when you're creating something versus just making content.
Yep.
And like just how suffocating and draining it can be on your soul to just constantly be making content. And
yeah.
I feel like there is something to be said for like, yeah, sometimes you got to play by the rules and you got to work with like how the site and how the system works and everything. But at the same time, you can and should find the ways that make it enjoyable for you.
Yeah. Oh, if you can't, you'll never like last. It's so true.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is suffocating, right? I've talked probably at length about it, but like YouTube does like choke creativity out of its own people. So really the only way to survive is to like do the fucking best you can to like satisfy both yourself and other people at the same time. Like justify your existence, but also nourish the soul.
Yeah.
Oh. And that's why we do shit like MGS. Sorry, go on.
Well, I was gonna say, do you think you have like a video you've worked on that just like really stands out as like your favorite that you've done?
Yes, it's the Nobunaga video, and it's not.
Nice.
To be clear, that video is not for most people. That's the reason I like it so much. I made it explicitly for me. I hold up. I assume you have not seen it, right?
I have not seen it yet.
Okay.
I've been not been good about keeping up with
no, that's fine.
Lately.
It's 4 hours. I'm not even gonna raise an eyebrow. That video is like actually explicitly personal material after the first 30 minutes.
Yeah. And
by the first hour and 40, it is like fully like talking about my life at that point.
Yeah.
It is deeply like, it is not for most people. I was so like electrically charged during the creation. It was 7 weeks long. And I was just like, fucking gunning it down. Like, I'm having so much fun literally during this. Because I was, I got to do something that was bizarre as fuck after doing like East 2, which was just like for the most part, like, let's continue East, which there's never been a time where it's like, let's continue blank, where it's like, I'm really excited about that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I like doing new stuff. And it was like this, a game that no one's ever going to talk about, fucking, like, everything I love. And the first 30 minutes are gold, so at least check those out if you're a normal person and don't want to feel weird. Anyway. But yeah, and you need those kinds of things to even survive, even if people dislike them. Yeah, I don't know. Just to, like, even feel anything while you're making stuff. I've made so much shit that was just made, and this goes back to like 3 years ago, making just shit for the sake of like doing it because it was a poll. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be me. Don't be me. A lot of that stuff does not stand up, and that's the worst part. I literally review my own material, or used to, like every month for my Patreon. And it became like a cycle of like, I should have done this better. Like, this is terrible, stupid idea, etc. Like, just down the list of like tearing myself apart because it didn't hold up. Yeah.
And that's like when you're just making stuff out of pure obligation. Like, it reflects in the final product too.
Yeah, you cannot hide it no matter how hard you try.
Yeah.
Or if you can, and it does speak to people, that's great, but you got lucky.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the things that gets overshadowed a lot too, is like, at the end of the day, there's audience retention, there's algorithms, there's skill and good thumbnails and everything like that. A lot of it's luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is true. Or at least in the sense that, like, there are so many moving parts between PR, selling yourself visually, charisma, fucking technical ability, writerly ability, etc., and YouTube as a platform itself. There are so many moving pieces, you cannot control them all.
Yeah.
Not fully, and especially if you're a single person, which all of us are, for the most part. Excuse me. So it's perfectly justifiable. You are going to tank, and you're going to have to take it. I don't know. It sucks too. I feel like YouTube and people who make videos are like routinely scrutinized to a degree that is utterly fucking absurd, considering YouTubers are mainly like single individuals wearing every single hat in the development process.
Yeah.
Where, like, in games critique, you might be like talking about a studio with like 30 people. That's still 30 fucking people. Do you know what I mean? Like, and mind you, these projects are much smaller, but people really have, like, general audience members really have no gauge for like whatever. It's just like, you're like ontologically evil because you got a fact wrong, or like, this fucking sucks. It's just like, you're an awful person.
Oh, there are commenters like, that get brutal about anything they can find.
And it's just like this punch down economy that's so fucking insane. Like, I don't even know. I think it's because they think they could do it.
Yeah.
But I've often seen people attempt to do this and immediately fall apart before they even get to the scripting process, or like 5 paragraphs in. And it's like, yeah, because this shit is not for most people.
And scripting is hard. Like,
it is. It is hard.
And that's like one thing I've always admired about your work too is like you've got your eloquence. Like, you speak well.
Oh,
I don't.
Thank you. At the same time, at least that means you sound like a fucking human, which is good. You won't get ostracized for sounding weird.
Fair. But it's like, I think a lot of people are just like, they don't think about the fact that you're not just trying to be a Wikipedia page that's just jotting down all of the like facts about something. You're trying to share your own thoughts and experiences in a way that's actually engaging.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Because that's like everything, anyone who ever communicated or meaningfully like touched another person emotionally didn't fucking recite a list of facts, and a lot of people to do so unless they were like talking about how shit their life was.
Yeah.
In sequence. so like, I don't know, a lot of people just have no real interest in like artistic expression broadly anyway. Like games are art, but you cannot possibly make something that would aspire to art if you're a YouTuber. At least so goes many people's like subconscious fucking thoughts if I'm reading the room correctly when they speak to me that way.
Yeah.
It is very challenging, and I don't know, that's the main thing. Like when you do this thing for a long time, people are going to come and then they're going to go, and you're going to watch them go, and it's going to hurt, but you have to, because like you are always on your own path anyway. Yeah. I don't know,
it's
excruciating.
Well, I'm glad you brought that one point up too, because it's like I think a lot of people kind of get used to full-time YouTubers that just like have all of the possible resources. Like I've got friends that are just like, oh yeah, I've got script editors and I've got people that help me edit videos and stuff like that. And I'm just like I commission friends to help out with thumbnails.
Yeah, I've never been good at socializing or community in the first place, so I don't have any of those kinds of contacts or friends. Like, and I don't like relying on people anyway. I don't like paying people for shit. Like, so my show is like literally exclusively me on the production end.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I mean, good for those people if they have made connections. I think that's probably a healthier way to function, but I don't know.
The community aspect of it is good too, and I'm so glad to have like a lot of friends that I've made through this. At the same time, it's a perpetual battle. Like anytime I have ever messaged you, I'm just like, am I bothering him or like?
Sorry. To clear that up though, you're literally free to message me anytime. Just
gotcha.
Just if I'm busy, I'll get to it when I get to it. But I usually respond. That's all.
I'm just always nervous about trying to socialize with people because it doesn't matter how long I've known somebody, I never want to be like intrusive. Yeah, and I am pretty hermity. I have tried in the past to reach out to people and like been explicitly ignored enough times where like that I've just like not attempted at a point. Like I think it happened about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago where I was like, you know what, I make shit. I have fuck tons of subscribers and I'm like consistent. And I know what I'm about. I don't think I'm a piece of shit. Yeah.
Like, I just need to, like, at some point recognize, like, self-worth and, like, not hole up my identity in, like, if I know people or if I'm connected to a broader, like, ecosystem. And frankly, it started working out. Like, there were people who subbed to me who were enormous, where if they subbed to me 6 years ago, I literally would have cried.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, oh, hey, they're here. Like, cool. That's brutal.
I know what you mean. I mean, hell, if I'm being honest, like even having like you on the show or having like like that feels like a big deal to me.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's always good to just kind of like, you want to keep yourself grounded, you want to stay humble, but recognizing your self-worth and not pitching it down to like, oh, this other content creator gave me the time of the day, but this one didn't. What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Sometimes it could have just been the day. Like,
yes, it absolutely, and that's the worst part about it. Ultimately, everyone is just a person, and like, you know, some paths cross and some don't, and that's just how it is. I'm trying, I attempted back then to stop taking it personally, and I don't take it personally anymore.
Yeah.
But now I just don't talk to anybody unless they talk to me first. So really, I guess I'm the shit.
It's always such a hard balance to get, but it's just like, it doesn't have to be like a competitive thing either.
No. And it's not like, it doesn't matter. That's the thing. I have met people like that, and it's like, it does not matter if Buddy is making like infinity dollars, because he's just one guy and he's going to pay a fuck ton in taxes, and he gets to help his like pay for his wife, get like whatever, and they can afford surgeries and trips to New Zealand. Yeah. And that's good. That's a good thing when people win. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's just like, sometimes, because even to the point of just kind of like staying a little bit more reclused and not reaching out to everybody, that doesn't really even have to be a problem in and of itself. Like,
no.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to have like every friend in the world. I think if it's just like you you garner and develop like meaningful friendships with like the few people around you. That's just as good, if not better.
I mean, shoot, I'm like a married man. I got an IRL like homeboy circle. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be online all the time because I literally work all the time. So it's like, I just am set up as I'm set up.
Yeah.
I wish I were wired a different way. I feel like I would be like a little bit more well-rounded. But, you know.
I think everybody wants that to a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunately the hard part about like being a critic for a living is that you're going to be really critical of yourself at all times.
Hell yeah, that's right. Like people say fucked up shit. I'm like, man, I can do worse. Come on. I have done worse. I just don't take it personally from myself. I think that's the interesting. If you critique yourself, other people will be like, "Don't put yourself down." And it's like I was actually just like noticing an issue. Like, oh god. I don't know, I think other people are taught differently, maybe.
I guess that does kind of like get us into though. It's like there's always just kind of that difference of like where you've found peace and comfort like with this sort of thing versus like what were your hopes like when you started out? Like,
oh boy.
Yeah. Like what initially like if you're cool talking about it, like what initially got you into making videos back in the day?
Fucking, you know, I mean, I've said that like my earliest shit that mostly isn't publicly available is like just bad normal boots. Because I just thought it was like, I'll like just make really good stuff and I'll get like really famous so fast and I'll slot in with all the homies. And it just never happened, ever. And my shit wasn't good enough. And I looked at it and I was like, after like years of like failing, 2 years, looking at it like in third person, like, you know, this isn't actually that as good as I thought it was. And like, I really don't have, like, I have taste maybe for what would be a cool YouTube video, but I haven't got the skills to actually bridge that gap. And because of that, I'm just like stuck here like nowhere. Yeah, and then I started changing a whole awful lot, but my channel's been around so long that like that's an entire history unto itself. Holy moly.
Yeah,
but I was not nearly as good as I thought I was. That's the main thing.
Well, you said you've been pushing like what, 10 years, give or take?
Yeah, in August it'll be 10 years.
Man, I don't remember when I. Well, shit. Hang on.
You've been around some time.
For me, it's like hard to nail down where exactly I consider like I started.
Oh right. Yeah, because your channel's older than mine technically. The fuck, 2014.
Well, yeah, okay. Because I started off doing way different shit.
Yeah.
My friends, like the only friends that I had that were in any sort of content creation space were like, we were a group called, shoot, what was it? Challengers Approaching, I think was, because like it all started with us just being in like a Skype group where we played Smash Brothers Brawl together.
Hell yeah.
And some of the people in there were YouTubers, and that kind of inspired me to get into doing Let's Plays and countdown videos.
Yeah.
Fuck those old videos. I hate them.
That's fine.
I keep the old like cave story Let's Plays up there just because like I want to remember where I started.
Yeah.
But
I used to have all my shit public, and people used to like mock me enough, like in my own Discord, for some of those that I just took them down dead ass. Like it was like, I literally could not. That my whole thing was like, I'm gonna keep my old stuff up, so then younger starting creators will be like, look, you can go from shit to good.
Yeah,
I can do this, and I wanted them to take that as a good thing, but instead it was like, this one sucks, and it's like, thank you. So I just got rid of them.
Yeah, I can understand that. Trust me, there are definitely some videos where I'm tempted to kind of remove them.
Yeah.
I think what I've decided I'm gonna do instead, it might do it later this year. What I thought would be kind of a funny like extra Patreon reward.
Yeah.
Get in a Discord call with a buddy. Go back and do like a live, do like a commentary of that video where we're just making fun of it the entire time.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's yeah, I didn't really. Sometimes I don't don't quite recognize like how long I've been in it, but I've also like flip-flopped on what I was trying to do for so long that it...
Yeah.
Once again, I do apologize. I wish I had had a better like format for all of this, but mostly I've just kind of been... Because I think like the main thing I was going to try to get into was like the whole like localization and preservation and everything, but I'm also just like...
Premise rejected.
Well, that's like, I think I just enjoyed like chatting about like our own journeys, just kind of like working within this space more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a fun topic, or at least for me. But I'm an egotist enough, so. I don't mean to be, it just comes naturally.
Well, that's like something that I've tried to get better about too, because I mean, like even within this, I get to talking about it way more than I mean to, and sometimes I feel bad about it, but I'm also just like, it's something that you have chosen to take on for yourself, and you spend like a considerable amount of your life like doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna like, fixate on it. It's all you think about. That's all I think about. Holy moly.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
Nah, man, I think it's okay to just take a little bit of pride in it and just kind of be like, and just kind of discuss, you know, this is like a legitimate, important part of your life, and it's, you know, worth kind of sharing that with people. Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. I've lived behind a computer screen.
Was that one video of like the crying kid watching everybody on their phones.
Damn. Holy moly.
But just replace all of the background characters with YouTubers.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I guess I don't want to keep you up all night.
I got a hot magic game to get to. Jesus.
God, I gotta work on getting into like TCG at some point. I've always been so bad at that.
Yeah, spend a bunch of money and be sad. That's all.
I thought it would be fun to just start doing videos about like having a bad time trying to learn how to play the Digimon TCG.
Hell yeah.
I think I've just got like retention issues or something, because I suck at staying focused on tabletop. I'm so bad at it.
It'd be like that. No worries.
But I guess to kind of move into some final thoughts. I suppose, do you have any like current like hopes or ambitions for like what you would like to do with the channel, or like assuming this isn't what you want to necessarily be your forever job, like things beyond that?
Oh, yeah, I always wanted to write books. I literally have a creative writing degree, even if it does or does not come through all the time. But I do intend to eventually write. The problem is I identified at a young age how stupid I was. Well, and that's not a joke. Like, I literally did not understand socio-political issues to a point where I was like, oh, I can't write social commentary, like hard-hitting books if I don't really get it. So I've been learning about like the world broadly for about 7 years or so, in many different contexts, so I can eventually cunt up enough to be able to write about anything and not sound completely stupid. Now, that's only one thing, though. I'm aiming for 45 with that shit. For YouTube, I'm going to try to keep that as long as I can.
Oh, sure.
I just want to keep getting into progressively weirder and like more stuff that's like MGS and Nobunaga and like Weird West, like things that really push the boundaries of what I can do, because I'm always like more excited when I do those, even if they're scary, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like I'm not entirely sure like how long like I intend to do YouTube, but like I don't see myself stopping anytime soon, I guess.
Yeah. In my case, it's my one source of income, meaningfully next to Patreon. So like I don't have a choice.
I feel you on the writing degree though. I've got a bachelor's in animation. You would never know.
Well, it happens to everyone as far as most of the people I know.
Yeah.
They're doing something other than they were trained for, but that's just life, so.
Well, it's like, you know, sometimes it takes you down a slightly different route, but
yeah.
I feel like, especially within both of us being in this particular space, like we're both still working working while analyzing like a creative field. I think that's why I started like really wanting to stem off to talking about, it's so easy to just make a video about, oh, this shit sucks. What were they thinking? Like,
I've done that so many times. In the old days, I'm better now.
Yeah,
I swear.
Oh, that was me too. Like, I definitely have some. Oh my god, I'm sure I've shared this story before, but I think like the moment that changed it for me was I was making videos like that, and I got to one where thankfully it was one of the more positive takes I had on the series of games I was talking about. Oh yeah. And the creative director of the game commented on the video.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they see these.
God damn it. That literally happened to me. What the fuck was the game? I don't remember anymore, but they commented at me on Twitter. Oh. And I was like, fucking Jesus Christ. Like, no. I don't want to know that you're real. I don't want to know that I'm seen. Like, you're not prepared for the reality, the mortifying reality of being visible.
Yeah. I kind of like, I don't know if it did it for you, but it just kind of like changed the way I thought about like the words I was writing.
Yeah. I suddenly went through a filter of, oh fuck, someone is going to see this. Oh fuck, it's not just me out here.
I think when you're just starting out too, you kind of get used to the feeling of being invisible. Yeah. I literally did for 2 whole years. I had 250 subs, I think, by the end of the first year, or more, or something like. It was terrible. I assumed no one gave a fuck about anything I did. So like, when it happened, it was like, okay. Yeah. And I think it's like also a humbling thing where it's just like, you always know that these are things that are worked on by people, but that just kind of changes it to a degree. Like, you don't just know that, you believe it. Yes. At least that's how it worked for me. It was like the Captain America game based off like the movie. And that was the one where I got the comment. And after that, I was just like, oh, huh. Maybe there's a more nuanced way I can talk about this shit. Damn. Alas. Yeah. And that's like I think like even to your point though of just like being able to talk about socio-political like issues and stuff like that, like even watching your content, like thinking back on the Weird West or like the Steambot Chronicles video and stuff like that, like you hit on socio-political like stuff like really well in your content. I try. And I wonder if maybe like being able to kind of look at other people's creative works and everything, if that's something that's actually helped you just kind of like within that sense, you're just kind of like looking at stuff that people have made, and you're kind of looking at it from the direction of people sharing a bit of their experience or their not to put words in your mouth, of course. I think you might understand what I'm saying in a way that I'm not particularly articulating well. Oh, you mean like engaging with the social forces that inform, or the inspirations that inform a work like more directly would like help you to empathize with it? Is that kind of... Yeah. Because yes, for sure. Fuck. Part of the issue is that a lot of material is made to... How do I say this? Some material is like stupid and not very well informed, and some is like, you can tell the creator like really, had a lot of ideas and was informed by many sources. If you can engage with those sources or like try to tap into what they were tapping into, you can understand the work better. And getting more in depth with stuff, and also treating video games as art and like socio-political artifacts, because they often are. Like, they are informed by the forces. Fucking Persona 5 is informed by like the Japanese economy, etc., and like actual real socio-political issues. To not engage with those is to miss like part of the experience. That doesn't mean it's like a bad take or whatever necessarily. Just that like something is missed in that. Yeah. And a lot of that comes from just people engaging with the works in different ways, I suppose. Yeah. It's like, I do obviously roll my eyes at people that act like Persona 5 is just completely overrated trash when it's not a life-changing game for me necessarily. I enjoyed playing it. Yeah. But like, you can understand that there's more going on than you might immediately like understand. To be fair, a lot of like younger people, and myself included when I was doing it,
we're pretty bad at like, if something felt bad, like the gameplay's bad, and I don't like that it's punishing me for this or that. It's like, oh, the game is bad, and it's like that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes you actually have to meet the thing where it's at. Do you know what I mean? And so many people will not do that. And yes, it can toe the line between being like overly forgiving of bullshit, but a lot of stuff, a lot of people are like not trained for that level of resilience anyway in the gaming space, so they're just kind of like casually cruel about stuff that is totally fine. One of the biggest examples is like Wiimote controls in general, where it's like this is fucking cringy and like gimmicky, because it's like, okay, what does gimmick even mean? Like, let's unpack that concept, because what that assumes no like real degree of intentionality there. It's just like tacked on because it was like a Wii feature. Yeah. But a lot of those people were crafting, experiences using these controls with them in mind. Pandora's Tower, I like what it did with them specifically, and it wasn't even terribly like, expansive.
And that's like, that's a weird example of a game where like they actually offered alternative control methods, but it still works best with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. Right,
I certainly like it with the Wiimote. But yeah, I don't know, man. Meet the thing where it's at if you can help it.
Yeah.
Try to recognize your own, there's a word for it. I don't know, your impulses because a lot of us are still prone to that stuff. A lot of games, a lot of videos I've made would not have happened if I just put the game down when I got pissed off or like annoyed. Little Goody Two Shoes took me 4 different play sessions to clear a full day of in-game play, which might sound crazy because it takes place over like 7 days or something, or 6 days. And I just couldn't do it the first 3 times I started. And then I like one day it clicked and it was like, let's play. And then it's like my #1 most viewed video. And I really liked it, but I had to give it the chance.
Well, that's like, I remember when I was in college, I picked up Bloodborne for the first time and I got like a little bit into it and put it down. And for years I kept like just kind of like picking it up, starting over, and then just not clicking with me. Yeah. I think it was like 2 years ago. My friend Booker finally got me to sit down with it again, and something worked, and then I played the game 4 times through within the span of a month. Like, I loved that game after. I'm trying to do that with Elden Ring right now, but I was crashing the fuck out while streaming that the other night. But it is, I saw somebody did a video that I was watching just last week about Star Fox Assault, and they made an interesting point where they were talking about how in most cases games having bad controls isn't really as much of a thing as people say it is. Yes. A lot of it just comes with from impatience, like from players not being willing to kind of learn.
Oh, was that Loot?
Might have been,
or maybe it was someone else. Just because I have seen them do a Star Fox Assault, and yes, that's like, God. And mind you, like, it doesn't help that so many of like the most prominent talkers on video games have played very like normal or like Nintendo games where it's like, even though I know that guy's like doing it, like they're expecting Mario or Zelda or something where it all just kind of like makes sense. Yeah. And like since they were a kid, they've known how to do this shit. But there are truly so many experiences that you need to grapple with before you like can actually appreciate. And when you do, it's like there's nothing else like it. Steamboat Chronicles for me was the biggest one, where it was like, I literally took like forever to learn how to fucking play it, which sounds stupid, but like over years. Not like it doesn't take that long to learn. I just mean like casually touching it now and then. Yeah. But like nothing else has touched that experience for me, and it's like I can't get it anywhere else, and now I'm a fucking fiend for this thing that doesn't exist, and it's like awesome, like fucking, but it's so good. And it is clunky, and that's a good thing.
Well, that was me with like Digimon World 1 or like Kazumi no Tom, where I'm just like, these are just not what you're supposed to do conventionally, and I love that I did something else. Yeah.
God. Oh. There are so many games.
Yeah, and I think it's like it's worth it too. One of the core things that I always will hope that I kind of convey or inspire with my works, and something that I've definitely gotten from watching yours is just like, I kind of gradually, I think it's maybe worth saying that the way that people engage with stuff is like no one's quite beholden to it. Like somebody can play a game and not necessarily need to look deeper into it, but I think that there is like a quality that gets missed if they don't.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it, or look at it anyway. Like, whatever. We don't need to police everyone's playtime, but I'm just saying, like, look a little deeper. You might have more fun.
Exactly. It's like my thing is like, socially, I'm gonna be more interested in talking with people that do engage with it on a deeper level. Just because like that's where my interest lies, and like I'm interested just as much in the behind the scenes of like what went into the creation of a game or the logic behind its mechanics, as I am like just like sitting down for an hour and having fun, whereas that might be somebody's entire purpose for playing a game, full stop. Like,
right.
But I do think that it's always worth it to just kind of like portray the interest and inspire the interest to want to dig in deeper. And
yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of like one of the main goals that I've had with or at least something that making content has kind of developed into for me. And I kind of moan a little bit about feeling kind of pigeonholed by Digimon, but at the same time, all of those games are so different from each other. It's always like a new opportunity to just kind of be like, okay, here's why this one's interesting. Yeah.
And that's actually a blessing anyway. Like, if it were something like, I don't know, what's a good example? There are games like that where like the next one's just like the last one.
Yeah.
And that can be a total slog because you end up repeating yourself ad nauseum. Good grief.
Yeah. And I guess that is that's again, I just keep kind of throwing questions at you. Do you think that you've kind of like changed the way that you've kind of enjoyed or like interacted with games as a result of the way that you make content?
Yes, and it sucks because like there Resident Evil 4, I used to go on about how it was my favorite game. I can't really say that meaningfully anymore because I've had to redefine my relationship with games based on my show. And you know, when I'm bitching about when I'm talking about video games, it's like MGS3's mechanics, the fucking mechanics, bro, the narrative, bro, and then it's like this like deeply nerdy thing. And I cannot get the complexity and depth out of that, out of RE4 as I can out of MGS3. But RE4 used to be my favorite game, and now I'm sitting there like, I don't know if I'm like interested in RE4 like at all anymore. Like, I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
I think it's like a sterling example of a video game. I just cannot find the connection anymore, and it sucks. Like, that does happen. But the good news is that there's some games that I used to think I loved, but I couldn't tell you why, and I now know why. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's like, it's definitely done that for me too. Both from like working on videos myself, but also just by watching those made by other people, where I'm like, I just engage with this shit differently now. And I value completely different things and look for completely different things in games now than I used to.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Yeah. That's like, I think like one of my favorite things, it was just like that you were talking about in that Snake Eater video, was just like the narrative qualities of the CQC mechanic.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing to even come up with. Sorry, I was like playing and had a brain blast, and it's like, wait a minute, this shit is amazing.
Yeah. It even made me rethink like a key moment from the end of MGS4 where I'm just like, wait, holy shit.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Oh god.
Yeah, I feel like there's a merit to all of that, and it's just like, I don't know. I just hope that I'm always able to just kind of inspire somebody to see a little bit more in what was always there. If I can find it myself first. Sometimes
I can. No, I can barely find it myself half the time. Like, that entire... Sorry, MGS3 is never going to happen again as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't think I can pull that much out of a game. If I can, holy fuck, I'll be so happy. I'm sitting there, like, where's the next one?
That was like, there's moments specifically from like Snatcher and Gravity Rush 2, where I'm just like, I don't know if I can ever replicate where this came from, because that was a stroke of passion that just sort of happened. I didn't plan that.
Oh shit.
I
gotta check out your Gravity Rush bit. I've been meaning to play Gravity Rush, but I want to see if like you did it really, really well.
Oh,
that way I can just not do it.
Oh, please don't. Please don't feel pressured into that. Like, especially if you haven't played them for yourself.
Oh, fair.
Because they're those, and I try to portray it in the Gravity Rush 2 video where I'm like, this game feels like it's 60 to 70% like visual novel at times, and I think it's entirely intentional. And
oh yeah,
I just decided not to get into like every quest because I'm like, it's just better if you experience it. There's nothing I can add.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I love that video, but I'm also just like you don't have to sit through an hour and a half of me just yapping about that shit.
Same reaction I would have to anyone saying, I'm gonna go watch your video.
That's
like, please
fair.
Don't trouble yourself with hey, that's so funny.
I've talked to customers at work, and like I've just kind of like offhandedly mentioned like working on something, and they're just like, "Oh, what's your channel?" I'm just like, "Oh, please don't."
No.
Yeah.
I was just talking about my life, please.
Yeah.
Don't scrutinize.
I don't need you to know that I talk about digital monsters all day.
God damn it, so real.
Man, I do super appreciate you hopping on to chat with me, brother. That's
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we're pushing time, aren't we? Oh shit.
Yeah, I remember like there
Oh
was...
wait, did you hold up? Your microphone, the connection's weird.
Oh, is it?
No.
You hear me now?
Oh yeah, there you are. Okay.
Hey.
Jesus. I don't remember what we were yapping about, but something.
I was actually just kind of get into final thoughts where
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I was just saying, like, super appreciate you hopping on for this. Again, I've never quite figured out how to host these because sometimes I just kind of haphazardly just start yapping, but maybe that's the beauty of the podcast.
Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I guess, is there anything that you're, like, currently working on or that you recently released that you would really like to kind of plug real quick?
Not in particular. No, because like my recent stuff is like whatever, you know. It's such a smorgasbord. Like if you check out my channel, it's just gonna be a bunch of gobbledygooks. So like, check it out, KBash Show. If you like any of them, click any of them. But only in the past 2 years. And if you go further than that, I'll kill you. Wow, got him.
Well, if I can throw a recommendation out there, definitely check out the Nobunaga video.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
The Snake Eater video is also just a fucking delight to watch, so I highly recommend.
Peak. Based.
God damn it. Well, all right, brother. Thanks again for stopping in. And for everybody watching, once again, the podcast will go live on Patreon and then 1 week later on the Realm of the Rocks YouTube channel. And we'll try not to miss next month this time. Thanks again so much for... yeah. KBash himself came in and shot the last episode in the head.
Yippee! It's my fault. I did it. Oh, completely sorry. Wow. Have a lovely day and such.
At some point in the future, I might try to look into getting this onto other podcast like audio platforms, but we'll have to see how that works out. Until then, thanks again so much for listening, and we'll see you next mission.